hätte ewiger hören können, aber er entschied sich für einem anderen Werk. Er befreite das Land. Emotionale Texte der Journalistin Eugene Alberts zum 19. Geburtstag von Gorbatschow, den sie mein Präsident nennt, lisete leider nur Russisch. He could have ruled the nation forever and more. However, he decided to opt for the other way. He emancipated the country. Such an emotional text from a journalist, Eugene Alberts, for the 19th birthday of Gorbachev, who she calls my president. This is definitely worth reading. Highly recommended for reading if you have some time on your hands. However, unfortunately, it's written in Russian. You know, he could have actually ruled the nation forevermore. He could have actually, held on to his power forevermore. However, he knew when to step down. He made a very different decision. He chose other way. He chose other way. He liberated the country. Very emotional and a very poignant text from a journalist named Eugene Alberts. In commemoration of the 90th birthday of Gorbachev, who she calls my president, who she hails my president as my president. That means, this is not just, simple president, but he is really the person who deserves to be called a president, in a stark contrast with the current power holder whose name I shall not name. Because I'm afraid of actually having a similar fate of Mr. Nemtsov or Mr. Navalny. I don't want to actually mention this person. I'd rather actually say Voldemort, but I'd rather actually say this another V guy. I don't want to actually say that. Excuse me. I don't want to actually, I don't want to be beheaded. I don't want to be poisoned with Novichok. I don't want to do that. You know what? My president. That means, this is really such an emotional outcry out of respect and reverence. Can you feel that? Who she truly recognizes the legitimacy of this person's title out of reverence. This is really not just actually he's my president. No, he deserves to be recognized leader of our country. Who knows what he was doing at the time? He knew what he was up to. That's what it is, He even actually, at this moment he knows what he was doing. But at that time when he was in power, he definitely had to figure out what he was doing and where this nation was going. That's really the reason he could have stayed in power until eternity. From here to eternity, he could have maintained his grip on power. But he didn't do that in reality. Why? Because he put the nation's interests ahead of his own. That's really the sentiment underlying in this commemorative message here. He truly set us free, set our country free. Very emotional text by a journalist named Eugene Alberts. I'm not really so sure her name, how I should announce her name. I'm really so sorry. How should I pronounce her name? I don't know. Beats me. Fuck me. For this 90th birthday, that means, it's really the birthday. That means the B-Day. That means it's really just 10 years, a decade short of the centennial birthday, okay? Of Gorbachev, who she calls, simply as my president. My president is not just a regular title, oh, he's my president, he's the current president. No, the very president who I consider he deserved his title up to 100%. He was the person who was entitled to be in that post. Unfortunately, here's a sad news to break. It's written in Russian. Don't you dare. It's Russian. It's only exclusive for those people who can actually speak and think in Russian. Not, Virgo asshole like me. Thank you.